Good evening everyone, it's Tuesday the 7th of November. I've really not been making very much progress with this soldering, but just to recap, I hope I've managed to resolder this little bit, what I believe to be a resistor, 102, and this little, what I think might be a diode, 1A. So they've both been resoldered on, I think. I've now got to put the two capacitors in, which was the initial reason for taking all this out in the first place. My problem is going to be this bit of plastic again. I'm hoping that the damage here isn't enough to affect the connector, and I'm hoping that once I get the ribbon cable repaired, it will work. You know. Anyway, I've desoldered and cleaned these four pads in preparation for the capacitors. So I'm just going to put some flux on the pads now. And that should hopefully be enough. I'm going to put a little flux on the bottom of the capacitor as well, just to maybe help the solder flow a little bit. I'll just set that there temporarily for now. Now, as you can see, we've only got a very few millimeters to work with, so I really don't know how I'm going to get solder on the pad at the back. I just can't see it somehow. Okay, well, I'll put a small blob of solder on the end of the soldering iron, and I'll attempt to hold the capacitor in place while I put that solder onto the pad. So I think that's on top of the leg and not on the pad. It's really is way too fine for my hand, I'm thinking. This work. Now, see, this is actually, as far as I can see, impossible. But we shall attempt it nonetheless. I think we got it. I think we got it actually. It wasn't a tenth of a millimetre in it, but I think we did it. So I've actually made a better job of the connection at the back than I have of the one at the front here. But it seems to be secure. This plastic base thing seems to rock, so that's not an indication of I don't know, I think the capacitor's on. It'll rock left and right, but it doesn't move forward or back. So I think it's on. It's hard to tell. Okay. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to have it off altogether, and we'll try the next one. Christ, that's 8 minutes already, yeah? Smallest of movements, folks. Okay, that's about as good as I can get it. Now this capacitor C334, right beside the track is a through hole for the trace, and there's about half a millimeter between it and the pad, if that. This is fucking impossible. Just fucking impossible. Without maybe more specialised equipment than I've got. Well, nobody can say we didn't give it a go, because we're certainly doing that. Okay. Actually, I'm going to have to try and get this from the other side. Bear with me while I move my camera a little bit and try to get the soldering iron in from the opposite. Nothing is easy about this. More damage to the connector. Oh, I don't know. To do this successfully, I think both of the audio jacks and the connector need to be removed. while I've damaged the connector again, I don't think I've actually, in fact I'm fairly definite I haven't bridged the pad and that through hole that I was worried about. So I may need to desolder this connector here and replace it, but I wouldn't have thought that would be too expensive to purchase. And the capacitor seems to be soldered, so I'll take it as successful. So that's all for now, folks. Till next time.